It's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I am here in Sheffield, sitting across from Kid Galahad. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Michelle. How are you?
Good, I'm good, thank you. A little hungry, but we're gonna get there.
Don't worry, I'm gonna take you somewhere very special.
So what is it?
The Yemeni food. It's a Yemeni restaurant. Let me just tell you something. When you go there today, afterwards you're gonna feel extremely strong because in that food, we have this maraq. It's called. It's like lamb soup, bones. It gives you extra strength.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to need the extra strength because I'm going to try to do a bit of a workout with you guys later.
See?
Brought my workout clothes.
You have to show a few moves.
Do a little pad work?
No sparring.
Sparring?
Yeah, sparring.
No.
Pads are, it's a myth that. Just makes you look good, you know the pads? When you're getting in, me and you first, and then me and him after.
We get Rob.
Rob's getting it today.
That's going to be fun, it'll be fun.
Yeah, we don't hold back though.
Nope, okay.
No. You brought gum shield?
Have a what?
Gum shield.
No?
That's alright.
Oh my god, you're really going to smack me?
Yeah! So you got to do when you get in that ring, it's no playing games in there.
It's one of the lads, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, well fair enough.
Once
I throw my hair back, watch out now.
Let me just tell you something. First of all, you've got some sort of Hispanic in you. Hispanics can fight naturally. And you've always been around boxing, so you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting spot.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hitting low.
I don't know. I mean, isn't it like the Hispanic way to go to the body?
To put Hispanic down, you have to hit to the body, don't you? Because they can hold the ear, but they can't hold the ear.
Alright, well that's gonna be fun. How are you? What's new? What's going on
I'm good,
with you?
thank you. You know, just training hard, getting ready for December. My trainer Dominic INGLE, he's getting a fight lined up for me, and I'm just ready to go.
Now, I know that you've been quite vocal about calling out Carl Frampton.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Carl Frampton, what can I say? We had what you call Twitter beef. He was on there and he put some tweets out. I think he put, when did Barry from Sheffield start calling the shots? And then I replied back, I said, next time you fight, put me ringside and I'll call the shots for you. Went back and forth, and then he put out a tweet saying something, and then he took it down, which shows me that mentally, you know, I've got him. I beat him every time he put something out, I beat him to it. And I just think mentally, you know, in putting that tweet out and taking it down, I've got him.
What did he tweet?
He just tweeted, I think it might have been an emoji of a needle, and then he took it down. I think after like 3 or 4 minutes he took it down. You know, if that were me, I would have left it up there. You know what I'm saying to you? I wouldn't have took it down. If I'm, you know, big and bad to put something out in the first place, I wouldn't take it down.
You put a needle?
Yeah.
What is that referring to?
Like basically saying, you know, I had a drug ban a few years ago, and he just put that down. And then he took it down. But you know, Carl's what can I say? I know I've got him mentally. You know, I seen him at the Josh Warrington fight a week later, and do you know when you meet someone and you know they're intimidated by you? Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
And I know he was intimidated by me. You know, he looked at me, sized me up, looked at me, you know, shook his hand, shook my hand, talking to him for a bit, and I know, you know, he was very, very intimidated. I think it's what he's seen in my eyes.
He recently gave his picks of who he would choose to be in the World Boxing Super Series if there was a featherweight division, and you weren't a part of that.
He doesn't want, because he knows when he fights someone like me, he knows what's going to happen. And first of all, it was me who started all the Super Series in the featherweight division. You know, you had Lee Selby and Carl Frampton going back and forth with each other saying he's avoiding him and, you know, whatever. And I just put a solution out there. I said, why don't we all join a Super 6, you know, and we all fight each other. And I think he didn't really like that. I think if he could, I think when, in fact, you know the series, what he made up and he put people in it, he put Ragundao in there, didn't he?
Yeah.
But the thing was, he could have boxed Ragundao at sub-bantamweight, but he didn't want to fight him, did he? He avoided him. So, you know, all the people he's putting in his Super Series are people that he knows are not going to join it. So, Leo Santa Cruz won't join it, and Abmanara's not going to join it. You know, Lee Selby probably join it. Ragondar might join it. You know
he
what I mean?
says he'd want to join it.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Carl Frampton, I don't think he'll join it, and I don't even think Josh Warrington will join it. Do you know what I mean? So these names he's putting in, he knows they're not going to really join in. So, you know, he's just trying to play with it, innit? But it was me, Kid Galahad, I was the first person to put it out there. I was the one who said, let's make this super series, and we all fight each other. No one can avoid no one. We all can get it on.
Well, the good thing is the fighters don't get to choose who's involved.
Yeah.
You sign up, you sign up.
Yeah, you sign up.
So you think that could be a good opportunity, a good way for you to get in there and fight the best?
Yeah, of course it is. You know, at the end of the day, to beat the best, to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And these kind of guys, you know, Lee Selby, Abanares, Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, Joseph Diaz, these are the kind of guys you need to beat to be in the #1 spot.
Lee Selby.
Yeah.
That's also another one that you've been calling out.
Yeah, you know.
He said that you're not on his level yet. What do you think of that? Because I know you guys have sparred.
Yeah, you know, I think Lee Selby, in terms of what he means by that, is he wants the big fights. But the thing is, these big fights, what he's been trying to get, he's been with Al Heyman nearly 3 years now, I think it is. And how come Al Heyman has never put him in with, you know, Abanares or Leo Santa Cruz or Carl Frampton? Because they don't want to fight him. But I'm willing to fight him. He's been complaining, saying no one wants to fight him. I said, I'll fight him. You know, he's fighting in December. We'll see who they pick for that, you know. But if they rang me up, you know, tomorrow and said, oh, do you want to fight Carl Frampton, Lee Selby, I'd happily fight him.
Tell me about sparring between you two.
It was good, it was competitive, you know. He's a world-class operator. He's good at what he does, but I know, you know, it's different when you're fighting. And I spar. In fact, I fight a lot better than I spar. You know, I've sparred Scott Quigg before. I sparred actually Oscar Valdez in America. You know, I sparred all these kids who are world champions, and I know when I get in there and fight them, I know they won't be able to beat Kid Galahad.
Of the world champions that you have sparred, who would you say is the best, the strongest?
They're all different. The thing is, they're all different and they're all good in their own kind of ways. If you know what I mean. You know, Lee Selby, he's a good boxer. He's fit. He throws a lot of shots, and you know, he's good at what he does. You know, obviously there's Oscar Valdez. He was very similar to Lee Selby in terms of, you know, he threw a lot of shots. He was a bit unorthodox, but I wouldn't say there's much difference between them. And even Scott Quigg's not even on their level. You know, for me, I don't think he ever should have been a world champion. You know, I think he's probably the worst world champion we've ever had.
You're in a part of a stable right now where you have Billy Joe Saunders, Kell Brook, and is it motivating or is it frustrating for you to see that other people are getting world title opportunities or have already had world title opportunities while you're still waiting for yours? No,
you know, I don't measure my success by looking at someone else. You know, everyone moves in a different rate. You know, I don't ever look at Kell or Billy Joe and think, oh, at the end of the day, they've been doing this for a very long time. Kell's been boxing since he was 8 years old. He's been boxing 22 years. So everything he gets and the position he's in deserves. Billy Joe Saunders has been boxing since he was 8 years old. So everything he gets and deserves. That's, do you know what I mean? They've put in the groundwork and they've got to where they've got. You know, I just need to keep on doing what I'm doing, keep on winning, and eventually you get there.
Do you feel that you're avoided?
Yeah, I do. I personally believe, you know, I'm the most avoided featherweight in the division. You know, my last two opponents have both pulled out, and I'm willing to fight anybody. You know, Abiku pulled out, I think, an hour before the fight. He was complaining, saying he had a stomach bug. But I think, you know, I sparred with Abiku in the Mayweather gym in 2012. And I think, you know, he probably just thought, you know what, I'm a bit over my head over here. I might end up getting really hurt. Made some excuse saying he got a bug, you know. And then Ceylon, who just boxed Josh Warrington, the border control, you know, he got a ban, obviously, for what he did. And then 2 months later, ends up fighting Josh Warrington for final minute for the IBF. But, you know, that's boxing and politics. What can you do?
What do you have that other world champions don't have?
I think mentally I'm on a different level to them. You know, I personally don't believe they don't train harder than me. They don't live the life like me. And you know, I've got the full package. I can do everything. You know, I'm not a one-trick pony. You have to have a bit more about you nowadays with boxing, especially. You can't, you know, it's better to be good at everything than be exceptional at one thing.
Right.
And I believe I'm good at everything.
Why boxing? Why did you want to go into boxing? Boxing is one of the most dangerous sports in the world. The thing was, when I was a kid, I was always fighting. I was always in and out of trouble, you know, and I was always fighting anyway. So I was fighting on the streets. I got kicked out of school for fighting. So for me, fighting was. Were you one of them troubled
natural.
kids?
Yeah, fighting was that's just how it was for me. Yeah. I was a bit small for my size, for my age, and I promise you now, every other day I had a fight with someone, and if we went over, you know, on the street, I had a fight inside the house over the TV remote, you know. And when we used to fight with I've got 7 brothers, so when we were fighting, it's not no slapping, it's fist fights.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then Mum or Dad will come down, give us a beating for fighting. But that's how it was. Where do you fall in terms of like age? Like how many are older? So I've got I've got 3 older than me, and the rest are younger than me. So I'm in the middle, bang on in the middle. Oh man, you just got tortured by your older brothers, didn't you? Yeah, you know, that's how it is, and it's part of life growing up. What would you say is your biggest sacrifice? My biggest sacrifice, when I was about 14, 15, I actually moved out of my house. And I lived down the road, just down this road. You see the post office, I used to live above that. And there was me and some professional boxers from this gym. And I used to live in there, and that was probably the hardest time. Because I lived there from 15 till I was about 18, 19, until I got made a few quid and then moved out. But coming up to that point, you know, I used to live in there. It was hard getting money off them too. So like at Christmas time, we never had no heating on. We never had no heating on. There was no electricity, and like all I used to do was train, go, train, come, train. That's all we did. But that was probably the hardest point of my career so far. Boxing is a very disciplined sport. Yeah. If you don't have discipline, you'll never make it. What drives you to have that discipline, especially at such a young age? Most of the time, kids are out running amok. Yeah, but the thing is, I think in life, if you want to be successful, it's all about discipline. Don't matter what you want to do, boxing. For me personally, I think life in general is a lot harder than boxing, you know, and I've been doing this for so long now, it's like second nature to me. So I'll get up at 6:45, come here, train, go home, rest, train again, you know. If you after this, you'll have to come home, come to my house across the road. I'm gonna have to show you the GALAHAD, that's what we call it. You know, live there, train hard, you know, come back over here 6:45 in the morning, come to the Chamber of Champions, that's what we call it. Train hard, and that's what we do every day in, day out. Wow, my God, it's a lifestyle for it. Yeah, it really is. The thing is, that's what you got to do. Yeah. In general, you know, if you want to be a doctor or solicitor, you have to go to university for 10 years or whatever it is. Right. So, you know, anything in life, you have to have sacrifice and discipline. What's been your biggest sacrifice, though? My biggest sacrifice, it's everything, you know. I don't have a missus, I don't have a partner, I don't have kids, you know. All I do is train, eat, sleep, boxing. So I've been doing this since I was like 12 or 13 years old. So this probably is my biggest sacrifice, like you said. But to be successful, that's what you've got to do. To be the best, that's what you've got to do. If you weren't in boxing, if you didn't take that route, what do you think you'd be doing right now? What would you want your profession to be? I don't really know, to be honest with you, because most of I've got 2 brothers now, and they're both in jail. And they're like doing a very long time. So I don't really know, you know, because I was a bad kid. I probably would end up in jail for doing something stupid, you know, and that's how it, to me, that kind of... boxing saved you? Yeah, it saved me, do you know what I mean? But where I'm from, that's a normal thing, you know, getting into trouble, doing whatever. that's how it is, isn't it? In the rough areas.
What does it mean for you to have people like Tebbutt in your corner, to be there to, you know, he grew up in Sheffield as well.
Yeah, it's to me, sometimes I don't really like think, but you know, people come to me like, oh, you train with Kel, you train with Billy Joe, what's it like? And like, but the thing is, when you're with them all the time, you forget, so it's not really a big thing, if you know what I mean. The thing with Kel and Billy, you can pick up a lot of stuff, you know, because they're very, very good at what they do. They're world-class operators. Completely two different kind of fighters, do you know what I mean? But you can pick up so much things off them. It's crazy.
Yeah. What would you like to say to Carl Frampton, Lee Selby? What message do you have for them?
We all should get in a super series, and we all should fight each other. We all can make a fortune. We should all get in a super series. You know them. You work for them, don't you? See, we all could see more of you. You could speak to the Southlanders. Get it all organised, and we all get it on. We all fight each other. The best man wins, and that'll be GALAHAD.
Can't run anywhere, right?
Can't run. You know, we all got to fight each other, and that's this is what boxing needs, is a super series in every weight division. Then we'll know who the real champion is.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's great to sit down and have a chat with you. I look forward to grabbing lunch.
We're going to grab some lunch and we'll get back here.
We're going to get in the ring. Lord have mercy. Whew, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be very hard.
Just don't embarrass me now, okay?
I'm just telling you, I don't hold back. Woman or no woman, you're going to get it, you. Rob's getting it worse though, because Rob's been getting a bit lippy with me all day. I'm going to have to drop one.
He's dead serious too, look at his eyes.
I'm going to drop one on his chin.
We'll see. Okay.
I'm not messing about.
Alright, well thank you so much for your time, I appreciate it. Alright, bye fans. Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.